In today's video, I'm sharing with you part 2 of my easel stamps. My easel swatch stamps. That just sounds so weird, but if you've been watching, you know what I'm talking about. Today, I'm gonna take my easel stamp, I'm gonna stamp it out, and I'm gonna do some abstract watercolors. So easy, so fun, so satisfying. So, I have stamped out these easels on watercolor paper with black StazOn ink. And it dries right away, so you don't have to worry about it running. So the watercolors that I'm using are Dr. P.H. Martin. It is the Radiant Concentrated Watercolor. I love these so much. The clarity, the brilliance of the color is, it's hard to match. What I want to do first is I want to make some sort of little mask that I will protect the other easels that are around the easel that I'm working on at the time. And once again, I use my super sticky Post-it notes. Super sticky, why? Because super sticky is better. And they're stick all over. They're full stick. They have the sticky all over with the exception of that little bottom part that has the gray. That's the part that you can actually grab and remove. And these are just my favorite. I love them so much. I use them for so many things. As I also use my 4x6 blank index cards, which I use these all the time for everything. And here you can see that I use them for both. So I just stamped the easel on my Post-it, and then I took my X-Acto knife and I cut out the inside of the frame, and I went through several layers because if I have extras, it just makes it quicker to keep going and not have to stop and recut another little mask. So it just makes it really convenient just to have a couple extras, so as you're going through the process, you don't have to stop and cut more of these. So you can already see that I've already started the process, and it may look sort of easy, but I have some tips for you that will keep it less messy, but still very abstract and fun and carefree. So I have my watercolors all ready to go on my palette here, and I mist my whole paper so that all of my easels, all of the paper is kind of wet. Now, as I go through this process, it's not gonna stay wet. I'm gonna have to rehydrate with maybe a paintbrush or, just some extra water here or there. I'm just gonna play it by ear and see how it goes. So this is just a basic wet on wet technique. You wet the paper and then you use the wet watercolor to add into your wet surface. It helps it spread, it helps it bleed, and it gives that real loose, playful feel. You can definitely splatter, tap it lightly. So now I'm going to show you why putting the Post-it note on the index card really works. If you need to re-wet that particular easel that you're working on, this makes it so much easier to protect the others, and then you're not spraying water all over. This is a fun process, and it's relaxing. I think you might enjoy it. I also like to let it dry and then come back and add another color on top. Or you can add another color while it's still wet. There's no rules, just play and see what happens. This is a fun process and it's relaxing. I think you might enjoy it. All right, so this was the second episode of my easel stamp exploration. And if you want to see episode 1 or episode 3, the link is in the description below. And oh, I have one more thing I wanted to share with you. Watch this. You know, I used to say, this is YouTube. You know what to do. And then I found out from a friend of mine that people don't know what to do. So I just want to remind you, it would be great if you would subscribe, click the like button, share it with a friend, share it with a couple of friends, because this is YouTube and subscribing helps me out a lot. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it.